What's up, guys? It's Motorco here, and in this video we're going to talk a little bit more about the future and future planning. Um, and I also want to get to something I kind of learned about the Rogue AoE abilities, or the Ranger AoE abilities, excuse me. So I've been clearing Chapter 3. I got through Chapter 3 Part 2, and basically I have learned that at the end of chapter 3 part 2 there is a lot of things that happen. Okay, we get panels 5 through 8, we get 5-star cards, and we get the monk class all at the end of chapter 3 part 2. So at the end of this game, at the end of the next chapter, it's going to be very busy in terms of content. Also, the saboteur the Sabotender area is probably going to get released shortly after that, as well as this area, which is the augmentation material area for the 5-star um, cards. Now, there's something very important about this area, the augmentation area. First off, it rotates days, okay? You can only farm one element a day. Um, and the other main part of this is that the fight that you need to really get your cards up to 5-star or guarantee 5-star drops costs 60 stamina, guys. This is a huge stamina requirement, and so for that reason, I highly suggest, highly suggest that you guys start saving up your elixirs. You're going to need them big time. Um, because of the fact that the Saboteur area costs stamina. Now, the good thing about the Sabotender area is that it only has 4 nodes, so it's not like it's going to be too stamina heavy. But at the same time, um, you're still going to want to run it. I don't know how many times. You're going to need to run it a lot, especially when panels 5 through 8 come out. These jobs get expensive. I'll give you an example right here. We have the Mage class panels 5 and 8 right here. I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys, like, the Mage, these classes drop off very fast, guys. The Mage is like basically no good anymore. I realize I only have them 5 panels, but um, it's not like, it's 5 panels. It's like 5 panels plus, and I'm still barely able to use them. Now, granted, my cards aren't the best, but still, they're very squishy and they die very quickly because there's just so many mobs that you get hit too many times and they just drop like a rock. So this is kind of what you're looking for panel 8. I mean, you got your weapon is 90,000 water seeds. Your ultimate up is 36,000. You got a lot of work to do, okay? So you're definitely going to need to start saving your elixirs so that you can do this Jabbertender or Sabertender or whatever, the second Kakutar area. Now let me get into the second thing that I've noticed. So here's a video I recorded not just a minute ago. This is a fight. This is a fight. Now, what you're going to notice here is I recommended that you level up the Mage AoE spells. It's still a solid recommendation, but I cannot dismiss the power of the Ranger class AoE spells either. Simply because of the critical rupture, the refund of the orbs that you get. It really does amazing things for your AoE. Now, watch carefully here. I take a poke and I get an orb, and then I completely just refill my bar every time I use an AoE. I cast a buff, poke, and then I hit again and I refill my bar again, and I just keep spamming AoEs, guys. This is pretty ridiculous. It makes this stuff pretty easy. So as a result, I think I need to change my recommendation to say that yes, Mage AoEs are good, but so are Ranger AoEs. Ranger AoEs are pretty nuts, guys. Here, let me show you this last portion of this fight, where I pretty much just I go crazy on these guys. There's the first hit, there's the second hit, and then the third hit, everything's dead. So it gets pretty intense and pretty insane. So that's what I have for the AoE cards. Now, save your elixirs, save your AoE cards, and start hoarding up as many materials in multiplayer as you possibly can get your hands on, because the augmentation materials are going to require that you have, certain mats. Plus, there's weapons that come out later on down the line, and you're going to want to have some spare mats left over. So these are all things that you really need to keep in mind, guys. A lot of this stuff is going to be hitting in the next month or two. If not in November, then definitely in December. And so just be prepared for it, okay? Also, I have to say, like, start saving up all of your Magicite and all of your tickets. Because the jobs, like, seriously, the jobs that we have available right now, the tier 1 jobs, really are that weak. The content later on gets extremely hard, guys. Extremely hard. So you're going to want to save up as much as possible. Because right now, you should have 1, maybe 2 or 3 jobs max. And if you have those 3 jobs max, stick with those jobs, okay? Farm the seeds that you need to get those things paneled out to 5 through 8. And then just stick with those jobs for a little while until the tier 2 jobs come out. Now, the tier 2 jobs, what am I talking about? I'm talking about Paladin. I'm talking about Rogue, Magin. I'm talking about Priest. All of those jobs. High Wind for Warriors is very good job. So start saving up for those jobs, guys, because those are the ones that are going to propel you for the next 4 or 5 months in this game until the last tier comes out, where we get a bunch of legend jobs and stuff all in a row, and then things get really nuts. And that's my advice for you guys. I hope you guys take this to heart, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment in the comments section below if you have any more questions, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks, guys. See you next video.